Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Dragon Ball. Now today I'm giving you guys my review of episode 6 of Dragon Ball Super. Now I know I skipped last week, but I didn't have time and I didn't feel it was necessary to review that episode specifically. But this episode, guys, was my favorite episode by far. Actually wasn't too much better than the first episode, but it was my favorite episode, and I think that this may be an episode to do a spoiler review for in a future video. But this is going to be a spoiler-free, for the most part, review. If I discuss anything spoiler related or minor spoiler, I will mention it. But this will be a spoiler free review. So let's get right into this. So this episode starts off, obviously, if you guys have seen the whole preview, it starts off with Bulma's party back at that. And, you know, Goku is on King Kai's planet, kind of trying to reevaluate the situation of him just losing to Beerus in the last episode. But Beerus, we see a lot more of his character, and in some aspects his character does, because if you guys remember, I didn't like the way Beerus was represented in this series so far, and this episode kind of does alleviate some of that for me. It does seem like Beerus's character is kind of transitioning a little bit to more what he's in Battle of Gods and Resurrection F. But this, it does have some flashbacks to certain points in the series that we didn't necessarily see. I'm not going to spoil them, but there are some flashbacks here. Vegeta gets a little bit more depth in his backstory as well, and Vegeta's actions towards Beerus are very similar to Battle of Gods, but they're almost amplified in a way, because we know that Vegeta was obviously afraid of Beerus in Battle of Gods, but it really is further capitalized on in this episode, and it's something that, to me, I greatly appreciate, because it shows more of Vegeta's character. It shows him pushing away what he was before, which obviously is what everyone loves, is Vegeta's brashness and cockiness and pride from the Buu saga that we see. And this is kind of going more towards the whole Battle of Gods and Resurrection F personality to an extent. And that's something I enjoy that we see. We get to, in real time, see that growth of that character. I can't really go too much in depth on a lot of things in this episode, guys, because it would be in spoiler territory. That's why I think I'm going to do a separate spoiler review. But just know this is an awesome, it really is an awesome episode, because there's so many dynamic things that happen. Beerus does get angry in this episode, guys, because the episode after this is going to be the one where Vegeta has some sort of mutation, is what the episode's called, Vegeta's mutation. And Beerus does get angry in this episode, guys. And there's scenes where you think it's going to happen and it fakes you out. It happens in another scene. It fakes you out a few times, and that's something I always liked in, you know, story designs, that when you think something's going to happen, the suspense of it, and it just doesn't happen until another point where you least expect it, or you maybe see it coming. But there is a character, which I will not spoil, but this could be minor spoilers for some of you guys. I won't spoil who, but there's a character here that gets hit with an attack pretty hard in this episode. I'm not going to discuss it here, but it does get hit with an attack pretty hard, and that was an interesting scene to see, definitely, guys. But we see some more Goten and Trunks. Goku's not really in this episode very much at all, but we do see a load of Beerus and Vegeta. That's kind of the main focus of those two characters in this episode. Now, the animation is improved, definitely, from last week, but there are some definitely bad shots that I'll be showing here on the screen. You see that there are some shots that are bad, but for the most part, guys, they're usually reserved for far away shots, which is generally what you would see in a regular anime, so it's nothing too scary for us. The close-up shots are generally very good. There are a couple of missteps here and there for mid-range and closer shots, but for the most part, it's reserved for far away shots, so you can expect that we are going to have animation quirks here and there, but it's not going to be at the level of episode 5, the whole entire series. But guys, I got to end the review here because I don't want to get into spoiler territory. I think I will be doing a separate spoiler review, maybe coming out tomorrow or some other day. But I hope you guys enjoy this review. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.